IIHF. Head coach, päävalmentaja Siini Koso.
Ruotsi. Voitiin täällä nää. Yeah.
I'm tired.
Warning, the pregame show contains flashing lights and images. Varoitus, alkushow sisältää vilkkuvaa valoa ja kuvaa.
Hej Håge. Du ska bli kaffe?
Sweden and France will wrap up triple header Saturday. The referees will get to them in a second. There's Philippe Bozon in behind the bench for France. Has his team in a situation where not really moving up, but they're not really going down. But coming off a loss to Finland, have had a couple of days. And there's Sam Hallam. Likes his team's balance. He knows that there's no William Nylander on the way and looking to keep up the winning ways and stay in that battle for top spot with Team USA. Referees are Andrus Ansons of Latvia, Sean Fernandez of Novi, Michigan, and the linesmen are Brett Mackey of Surrey, BC, and Davis Zundi of Latvia. So Sweden trying to continue to chase Team USA here in Group A, and coming off a game where we saw their offense get going against Hungary. And for France, it's been kind of an overtime tournament for them. One overtime win, and then a couple of overtime losses, and then the loss to Finland as they get set to take on Sweden here in Tampere. There's Alexander Texier. Has had some chances, has had lots of shots on goal. There's your netminders. Lars Johansson will get the start for Sweden. Terrific numbers for him. And Julian Junka stopped 27 of 31 in the loss to Finland. In this is his first World Championship.
France got a chance to have some off-ice activities and rest a little bit. They'll see what they can do against this powerful Swedish team that really shuts things down.
And this one gets going and is cleared back for Patrick Nemeth. Comes near side for Bengtsson, up the middle. Cleared in by Berggren. After it on the far side is Carlson. And it's cleared out at center ice. Carlson, Berggren, and Lucas Raymond, the starting line for Sweden. In across in front for Carlson, had the chance. And Junka may have got a piece of that, and then it went off the side of the net. Now an odd man rush pulls on, sends it across. Oh, glove save by Johansson off of Texier, and a dandy.
Oh, little flare there. How do you like that? Both ends of the ice. Sweden starts it off, and Carlson has a great look at the net. And he heels it a little bit, and just enough that it goes off the outside of the post. And then France says, okay, we can outdo that. At least we're going to hit the net. And Johansson says, yeah, well, I got that one covered. That's a beautiful glove save. I hope we have more of that through the course of the night. What a great start there.
Johansson comes in with a save percentage of .978. Goals against average is outstanding as well, .48. Cleared back in, Czechić sends it across ice. Lorca will play it down the ice. Justin Adamo's after it. Rek trying to get it on the far side, but Sweden will control with Lindberg. He'll play it back for Dennis Everberg. Everberg will send it up the middle for Zetterlund. Zetterlund has some room. Fabian Zetterlund takes it to the outside. He'll jam this around Pierre Crinon. Comes back at the line for Anton Lindholm. Lindholm puts on the brakes, tried to send it back for Lindberg. And Crinon will get a second chance, plays it across. And then the long pass that will end up as an icing call against France in the face-off to come back.
Well, you look at Sweden, their goals for and against, 15-2. That's a +13. Outstanding. Power play is good. Penalty killing is absolutely perfect. No goals against at 10 tried. They're disciplined. Third fewest penalties. Their goaltenders are great. They're #1 in save percentage at .973 overall. And they don't give up many shots. So France's attitude was like, good luck. We'll do the best we can. And they know they have trouble scoring goals. They've got a win to their credit and a couple of overtime losses, and they'll do the best they can. They do have some pretty steely nerves to hang in there in those overtimes.
Grundstrom with the shot, put that one over top the net. Tomernes with the shot, save made by Junka. And he will hang on. The team save percentage for Sweden is .973, which is #1 in the World Championship.
Yeah, it was crazy. And for France, their power play's not bad. Their penalty killing's awful, so they can't afford to take very many penalties. They're kind of in the middle of the pack when it comes to that. Their discipline is okay compared to the rest. Their save percentage is pretty terrible. They're second last overall, and they have coverage breakdowns.
Some of the French players getting a rest for this game. Sacha Trey is a little bit nicked up. There is hope that he still will play in this tournament. Did skate a little bit this morning. Tomerna scores! Off a skate and in, or did this go off of Par Lindholm in front?
It changed direction in just a nasty way. Now, I believe Lindholm was the one who got a stick on it. The goaltender, Junka, could not get those pads together. That pass was coming across in front of the goaltender, will completely change direction. But Tomernes, who has the golden touch, watch him make beautiful pass here, and yeah, he got the stick on it. Look at the surprised look on Tomernes' face. Down he goes, he gets from his knees. You know things are going well for Sweden when you're scoring goals like that. It was a nice shot pass by Tomernes, and Tomernes has been terrific in that department for Sweden. He's got a ton of assists. He has 5 assists coming in, so make that 6.
So 1-0 Sweden as Lindholm gets on the board. Tomernes with the only assist. There's another chance, and that went off the post. As in tight, Jacob Delarose, who's had a very good World Championship for Sweden, gets an opportunity.
Tomernes is having a great World Championships, and with the 6 assists, he's leading the way in that one. My goodness. How did that one even leak? Okay, went off. I thought maybe he got a little piece of it with his pad, but I think he was just fortunate it went off the far side of the post. So France is going to have to get a lot sharper immediately in front of the net. Sweden will go there, and they've proven that already.
Also an assist for Andre Peterson. So Par Lindholm opens the scoring, his 2nd goal of this World Championship. Boudon back for France, sends it around for Ono. Comes back to the blue line, and Liljegren will send it on for Sorensen. Back for Rasmus Sandin. Sandin's shot didn't get through, and Ono after it. Tried to play it up for Texier. And it's cleared back in behind the French net. In from the line is Liljegren. And this will get lifted out at center ice and back down the ice. Liljegren, a Toronto pick in his 2nd game. This will get sent around the boards for Rasmus Sandin. Sandin will play it near side. No room up the right side for Leo Carlsson. He'll take it back into his own zone. Anton Lindholm lost his footing. It came to the front of the net. Guillaume Leclerc was there, and he couldn't handle it cleanly.
If you want to throw the puck back in your own end, yeah, I get the line changes. But you want to help out the other team, go all the way back behind your net when you're already at your own blue line and headed up the ice. You are helping them out.
A shot by Lucas Raymond, and that's off the inside of the goalpost, glove side on Junka.
They've got that net warmed up, haven't they?
This has been a good line for Sweden. Here's a shot from the high slot by Boudon. That got turned aside. And back in where Johansson will leave it in behind his own net. Henrik Tomernes will park there and starts up slowly. Sends it on ahead for Lindbergh at the line. That's as far as that play gets. And offside is called.
I'm not a huge fan of, I get the regroups, especially when you need a line change. But when Sweden goes from their own blue line all the way back behind their net, and then all of a sudden France jumps on them, and Sweden's doing half their work for them. There's a look at Lucas Raymond, who gets himself free, and that's the lax coverage in front. Look at that. France has done a lot of that already. France is just standing around in the middle of the ice. It's all well and good to say, well, we'll give you the outside, but you can't give them the inside, too.
Shot from the line, off a shin pad. And Lorca back into his own zone. So Sasha Trey not dressed. Sebastian Ylonen, who's been their #1 netminder, not dressed for France. Nicholas Ritz, who has been a bit of an offensive threat, not dressed. And Enzo Guebi, one of the defensemen, is not dressed for this game. Shot to the short side by Zetterlund.
That hit the post too, I
think it did. Same spot that Lucas Raymond hit.
Unreal.
Back forward is Liljegren. Peterson will clear this in. And Krinon stepped up on Peterson.
Well, that'll be a good idea for France. They need somebody to get engaged. They're just kind of playing a chess game out there. I wonder what the conversation was in the locker room. I assume the coaching staff saying we need to protect the middle of the ice. It's funny what players hear sometimes.
Bozon turns that over. Loic Fournier, number 96, has been added to the French roster today. And that has to do with the injury to Jordan Paré. He is done for the World Championship. This will get cleared in. Peterson goes in after it. Gallet out of the corner. Tried to clear the zone, could not. Gets a second try. Pitches it back in behind his own net for Bosch. And he'll find a little bit of room down the right side. Gets across the red line and dumps it in. Anton Lindholm gets it around for Jonathan Pudas. Pudas plays it on for Jacob Silverberg. Silverberg plays it through. Sorensen trying to jam it the rest of the way in. Can't get it deep. Delarose is there. Jacob Delarose. A couple of goals in this tournament. One of them shorthanded. Bozon dishes it off. Lorca. He'll leave it at the line. Long wrister. And that changed directions. It came off of Adamo in front. And Johansson had to be sharp, and he was. Talking about the new face in the French lineup, Loic Fournier, a 2022 league champion with Angers. 2023 league champion was Grenoble. 12 teams play in that French league, and that's where the majority of these players do play. There are some scattered around other leagues around Europe.
Well, Sweden's up 1-0, and they got 4 goal posts. So France is fortunate in some ways. The goaltender Junke has had to face a lot of rubber, and some of it's gone by him, but it hasn't hurt him. So he should be touching those goal posts regularly because they're helping him out big time.
Yeah, he'd simply say there was no room.
Yeah.
Back at the line. So 3 official shots on goal for Sweden, plus the goal post that Brian mentioned. Adamo gets it back at the line. Chicken Valley lets the shot go, and this goes way up in the air. Finally does come down, and Leclerc trying to find it. He'll chase it back in on Patrick Nemeth. Nemeth for Bengtsson. Bengtsson gets taken to the backboards hard by Justin Adamo, and it's cleared out at center. Silverberg, and Adamo on the backtrack takes it away, and then turned it over at center to Silverberg.
This is the second team that has not wanted Sweden to get back behind their net and start their rush coming up the ice all together. They're very organized, they're very skilled, very talented. So France has jumped on them a couple of times already, right in behind the net even.
Timothy Liljegren will clear this in, and you wonder how many times in the past 24 hours has Timothy Liljegren been asked about what's going on in Toronto.
No kidding.
Bertrand will put this in behind the net. Leo Carlsson hustles in after it. And then
he did a full gainer there behind the net.
Taken for a ride was Berggren. Stick went flying. Lucas Raymond for Leo Carlsson. Carlsson trying to work it out of the corner boards against the checking of Thomas Theory. Rister goes wide. Rasmus Sandin will jump on the loose puck. For Carlsson. Carlsson sends it back for Liljegren. Liljegren will tee it up, doesn't shoot it. Down for Berggren, back to the line it goes. Sandin, the shot deflected in front wide and tracked down by Ono. He'll send it up at center, looking for Fabre. Inside the line, Sandin keeping an eye on Fabre. He'll drop it back, and Bosch with the wrister, and Johannesson snares that out of midair.
Boy, he's active, and great glove save again, because France had guys converging to the net. First of all, it was Sweden. Chances again inside the zone, off the goal post. There's another one off the near goal post. On the rush, off the crossbar. Oh yeah, they got it all warmed up there. They're just gonna lower the sights and move them to the left a little bit, and they'll have a big lead.
Gonna have to repaint the pipes down at that end of the ice. All dinged up. There's Bosch back in his own zone. Varnier will send it in. Zetterlund ties it up. Zetterlund will get some help from Lindberg, and it's cleared out at center. And right back in for Lindberg. In for Zetterlund. Zetterlund chased to the corner. He'll pitch it to the near side. Lindberg gets it back to the line. Pudas' cross-ice pass was intercepted, and almost a breakaway for Kevin Bozon.
I'm surprised that more teams aren't doing that. That's smart.
Pudas for Zetterlund, in behind everybody. Scores! Fabian Zetterlund looked like the puck had gotten away from him. And a 2-0 lead for Sweden.
Accidentally on purpose. Yeah, that was way ahead of him, but he's right between a defense that are split so wide you could have drove a train in between the French defensemen. Beautiful pass on the loop from the outside to the inside, and look how much ground both defensemen have to cover in order to try and get back in time. It's crazy how much room he had. He gave it way ahead. The goaltender, Juncker, has to think about it. Should I come out on this loose puck? Should I try and come out and slide? If he had to do it again, I'm sure he would. But Zetterlund, with some unreal hands there, he fished it right back in, and he had the goaltender looking and finished that one off beautifully.
So 2 assists now for Tomernes, and another chance, this one for Grundstrom. Send up for Tim Bozon. Sends it in, goes in after it, tried to center it, it was blocked. Zetterlund started the year with New Jersey. He was in that massive trade for Timo Meier that involved 9 players and I think 4 draft picks. And finished up the year with the Sharks. This is put off the boards and cleared back into neutral ice, and Liljegren is on it. So Tomernes closing in on the scoring lead for defensemen.
He is slick. We've remarked about him since the very first game. Not just offensively passes like that, but defensively.
Silverberg, the shot, that was blocked. Liljegren unloads from the edge of the circle, and that goes off somebody in front and up and out of play. Into the back half of period 1, 2-0 Sweden. Mackenzie Weegar of Canada continues to lead defenseman scoring, 8 points. Canada dropping a 3-2 contest to Switzerland earlier today. Fabre on a breakaway. 2-on-0, and Fabre stopped by Johansson. Bertrand and Fabre on a 2-on-0. And Lars Johansson is feeling it in a good way. And a penalty coming up as Goalie gets taken down. Just to finish that Weegar thought. Weegar 8 points, Tomernes now with 7.
Beautifully executed by France here. Oh, there's the penalty first of all, so they'll get a chance on top of it to go on the power play. But the 2-on-0 breakaway as Rasmus Sandin gambled and lost badly. And there's 2-on-0, and what a brilliant save that is by Johansson. He anticipated that pass across. His push was incredibly well timed. That's the only chance a goaltender had, is to get that pad across. And when you're in so tight, it's nearly impossible to get the puck up any higher than that unless you drift off to the right and shoot back up. But players don't want to do that at high speed. It ends up being a great save by Johansson.
SHL championship for him in 2016, a KHL championship for Johansson in 2019.
So many times, Dennis, on a 2-on-0, the goaltender is going to think this guy with the puck near the end, he's going to want to pass. He's not, you know, you feel that pressure. Well, I don't want to look bad, you know, and I kept it myself. And a lot of times the best thing is to sort of half fake a pass and just take the shot because you're on a breakaway yourself as well. So I think that was in the goaltender's mind, and he was ready for that push. There, I mean, he exploded across and made a brilliant save.
This gets lifted up at center ice. Grundstrom going in after it, but they're going to rule that it was knocked down with a high stick. That'll bring about a stoppage in play.
And that's a good thing for France and for Tim Bozan, who is not happy because he banged into the referee, the linesman right there at the blue line. So that nullified any rush. It caught all the forwards for France going in the wrong direction. And fortunately, oh, and he, I never saw that. He almost lost an eye for his trouble there after that collision.
Chuckage Valley across for Texier, and he'll slam it in. French, or the power play for France, 3 for 10. 30% on the World Championship, and Sweden, the only team in the World Championship that has been perfect so far on the penalty kill at 10 for 10. And now Grundstrom got taken down in the corner. Gets up and the puck came to him. He had Everberg with him, but he couldn't handle it clean enough to get it to Everberg. 7:45 left to go in period number 1. A 2-0 lead for Sweden. As the preliminary round starts to come to a close. This is the 6th game of the preliminary, or the 5th game of the preliminary round for these two teams. Sorensen breaks it up at center. Sorensen now with the steal. And 4 players converge on him. And finally it's grabbed off and taken down by Leclerc. And he turns it over, and right back up now for Sorensen. Cross it goes for De La Rose, and the power play is over. So Sweden 11 for 11 on the penalty kill.
Yeah, they totally confused France there, or maybe better said, France confused themselves. Sometimes power plays grab the puck and all they can think about, this is what we're going to do when we get inside the zone. And then they're so terrible coming up the ice, they can't get inside the zone. France wasn't even close to getting set up that entire 2 minutes.
Sandin around for Lucas Raymond, off his stick, and Bosch will drive it all the way around. Berggren is there. And Berggren will hit straight up the ice. Winds his way in, chips it through for Lucas Raymond. Bosch was there to knock it away for France. And up through center ice, Peter Valier, who was
he got wasted.
Added to this tournament, to the roster. He got drilled in the corner. Johansson, another save. Taken by Fournier. Fournier got spilled. Vallier's there. Knocked off of his stick. Leo Carlson trying to squeeze it outside of his own zone. Gets a little bit of help there from Putis. And it's back for Theory. And Theory's backhand pass almost right onto the stick of Peterson. Jonathan Putis gets taken down. An errant pass and a shot from Theory sailed over top the net. Chekic Valley let it go, and that missed the net. All the way around the boards, and Grundstrom was going to be first on it. And Theory got back to tie him up. And then it's cleared away by Clairot before Peterson could take it. Peterson now wanted at center, and this gets turned over at center, but there's going to be a penalty on the play.
Power break, minus
2-0 Sweden here in the first. Latvia up 1-0 on Kazakhstan, and pretty much a must-win. It is a must-win situation for Latvia. These things get tighter over there as they do over here. So a power play now for Sweden, a power play that is 2 for 9. The 9 opportunities is tied for the fewest coming into today's action in Group A. Cleared back down and turned over. And Kevin Bozon trying to get a shot away, could not. Zetterlund will play it around for Rasmus Sandin. Sends it back for Lucas Raymond. On for Peterson. Stopped at the line, and Lindberg will try it. Slams it around for Fabian Zetterlund. Lindberg trying to get it back to the line. That's intercepted, and here comes Tim Bozon. Bozon with a toe drag, goes to the backhand in a little deep, and never really did get a good shot away. Just me, or is this game a little sloppy?
A lot sloppy. Everybody's, well, the Swedish players are all thinking about offense. I think that shows, and which is unusual for them because they are the tightest defensive team. But I guess everybody once in a while wants to score some goals, and I think that early goal that they did score got to everybody in a yellow jersey.
Tomernes and Carlson play give and go. Carlson gets it to the front of the net. Berggren back pass score. Grundstrom off that backside. Or did it go off the French defenseman?
Went off the Theory's leg. Yeah, went off his skate. He was trying to help out. Instead of helping out, he did not. Berggren and Grundstrom working down low, and they make a pass right to the corner of the net. There's Berggren, and he's just trying to clear. I'm not even sure who he's. I think he's trying to make a backhand pass all the way out to the point because that's the closest place. I think it went off the goaltender's stick and definitely off the Theory's foot and right into the back of the net. So Sweden is charmed in this first period.
And another assist for Henrik Tomernes.
I'm surprised it took him so long.
So that will tie him now with Mackenzie Weegar for the scoring lead for defensemen. And Leo Carlson will pick up an assist as well. Power play marker for Sweden, so now 3 for 10, up to 30% on the power play in this World Championship. Reck will take this to the outside. Anthony Reck drops it off, sends it around Leclerc. And Leclerc being chased there by Par Lindholm. And then chased all the way back into his own zone. Checkage Valley on for Justin Adamo. And off of his stick, and Sorensen will play it back for Timothy Liljegren. France is actually out shooting Sweden 7-6. That doesn't count the 4 goalposts that
That's right.
Sweden hit, but still goes on. And it's not like France hasn't had chances. They have.
True. Sweden's definitely been sloppy at times, no doubt. On their power play, for one. And if France stays aggressive, they're going to get more.
Boss played it down. And for Junka, 3 goals on 6 shots means 3 saves on 6 shots. That doesn't help the save percentage. Bounces back for Gallet. Tried to get it for Clairot. Turned over at center, and then Carlson couldn't get anywhere, and here comes Fabre. Lets the shot go. Blocker saved by Johansson. Fortunately for Sweden, Lars Johansson has come to play. Offensively, Sweden's been fine. They've created lots.
Yep.
It's been in the defensive part of the game that they've been a little bit careless, and now they're going to go on the power play again as Trinon is going to go to the box for holding.
Silly penalty. I mean, he reaches out and pulls him right down backwards. I don't know what he's complaining about. He could perhaps be making an insanity plea here. I'm not sure. But when you put your arm around a guy's neck and he goes over backwards, it kind of gets the attention of the referee.
I think Lucas Raymond was falling and he was trying to hold him up.
We'll go with that.
That's his defense.
That's what I said. Insanity, that'll work better.
We'll send it to the jury. Carlson will stay out. And this will be cleared down the ice. And Tomernes will go back. So second power play of the hockey game. Bengtsson will drop it back. Carlson in the corner with Lorco. Clearing attempt off the shaft of a stick and onto the stick of Kevin Bozan, and he'll play it down the ice. And Latvia now up on Kazakhstan 2-0 over in Riga. Action resumes tomorrow. Preliminary rounds Sunday 2, Monday 2, and then 3 on Tuesday to wrap it all up. Tim Bozan. Take it to the corner boards, and again the referee. This time it's the referee that gets in the way of Tomernes. It was the linesman last time. And this will get sent in. Junka will stop it. Flip for Bozan off the glass and out the center. We're into the final 30 seconds now of period number 1. Zetterlund sends it around. Peterson goes after it. Peterson and Lindberg there. Comes back to the line. Sandin dishes it off to the front of the net, looking for the stick of Lindberg. Lucas Raymond is on it. For Sandin. And Sandin back for Raymond. Raymond to the goal line. Back at setup. Zetterlund scores. Great setup by Lindberg. And Zetterlund has his second of the period.
The little pivot that Lindberg makes really sets this up. It gives Zetterlund a little bit more space and makes the goaltender think. See, it's kind of, they'll set up like a 2-on-1. Watch that little move. Just that little subtle move. You see what it did to the goaltender? The goalie thinks maybe there's a backhand coming. Now watch him see. He's got to lean to his left. Now when the pass gets made, I mean, that's brilliant execution. There's no way that the goaltender, Junka, can get back across there. Just a little subtle move like that, and it's perfect.
So 2 for 2 on the power play for Sweden. So now 4 for 11. Lindberg and Raymond on the assists.
Well, Sweden was a little sloppy at times, there's no doubt, but it couldn't have gone much better otherwise. I mean, their offensive flow is really starting to show here, and they're another top team that just wanted to feel good about themselves in this game, and so far, feel pretty good.
Shots 8-7 in favor of France. France has won 57.8% of the face-offs. On the scoreboard, 4-0 Sweden after one.
Tilanne ensimmäisen jälkeen Ruotsi 4, Ranska 0. Shots on goal in first period.
I think he wants to play too. As always. All right, man, have a good one. Blue, yellow. No! Skate, 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 skate! Ooh! Play, 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 play. Ooh! Sorry. Woo!
Quick look there at Quentin Papillon, who is now entering the game in nets for France. Their #1 netminder, Sebastian Ylonen, is not dressed. And Julian Junka had a tough first period. Not all his fault by any stretch. And Quentin Papillon will make his World Championship debut. Second World Championship for him, but did not play last year. This is his first game action. Henrik Tomernes, 3 assists in that opening period, and there is no doubt Sam Hallam, the coach of Sweden, is going to ride the 2 big guys on the back end, Timothy Liljegren and Rasmus Sandin, with the power plays. 7:02 for Liljegren and 8:02 for Sandin, but the power plays did add to those minutes for those 2. Second period gets going. Bozon back into his own zone. Dumped up the middle. Bertrand trying to get a stick on it. Can't. And grabbed off by Bengtsson. Papillon played in France this past season after spending some time in Norway. Will play in Bordeaux in the French League next year.
Boy, Raymond had another good look at the net. He had a couple in that first period.
Anton Lindholm. Raymond had trouble finding the back of the net. He had the shootout, 2 goals in the shootout win for Sweden over Finland. And then that line has been a good line with Karlsson, the 2 Red Wings, and Leo Karlsson. Centered into the slot, Lindholm, quick shot, Papillon. Got the right pad down and makes a good stop. Taken through center, Reck will dump it in, turns and heads to the bench on the change. And Lindberg will go back for it. Lindberg with some speed and with some room through the middle. And just as he went to shoot it, got knocked off his stick, and Bertrand will try and get an odd man rush going. Grundstrom is in pursuit. Bertrand puts on the brakes, lost the puck, and Grundstrom will send it up for Rasmus Sandin. Par Lindholm chips it through for Andre Peterson. Stuffed back to the line. Sandin shot turned away by Papillon. And back Clairot gets tied up there with Liljegren. Liljegren will get enough on it to get it to Par Lindholm, who opened the scoring in this game. Plays give and go, gets it back from Sandin, throws it to the front for Grundstrom. And Papillon got a piece of it. Comes around for Lindholm, he'll let it go to Sandin. Sandin will play it for Peterson, back for Lindholm. Lindholm gets double teamed on the far side. Puck grabbed off by Fabre. Fabre to the line, tried to work it into the slot. That's as far as that play got, back for Peterson. Peterson in on Bosk, and looking for a change. Peterson will just dump it in. Papillon will play it around. Goalie takes a bump, sends it on, and across for Bozon, Kevin Bozon. And he gives way, trying to get it to Farnier, the newest member of this French team. Loic Farnier plays in that French league as well. Dropped back to the front of the net, trying to get a stick on that was Sorensen. And cleared back out to center ice. Back in now for De La Rose, but on the line change, Sweden offside on the far side.
Sweden does a good job on the attack because whoever has the puck doesn't necessarily force the first pass, whether they're in their own blue line in the neutral zone. There's a good look at Grundstrom trying to curl that one around the new goaltender, Papillon. But Sweden, the puck carrier skates to daylight, plain and simple. If there's room, if it's open, they keep going. And when you keep doing that, you force defenders to come to you, which opens up other holes. And it makes guys on your own team start to move as well. And I think that's a lot of their success when they come up the ice. They just skate to daylight with the puck.
Talked about Henrik Tommerness's assists. He had 4 assists against Hungary, so that's 7 assists in 2 games for Tommerness. We talked about Finland's offensive contribution from the back end. We have an injured player now as Bozon collides with Jonathan Pudas.
Yeah, kind of just caught that out of the corner of my eye, but I'm not sure exactly what happened. It was away from the play. Was it just 2 players curling, not looking at each other, and away from the play for sure, because the puck was in the corner. This will happen in the face-off circle. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. 2 players looking in opposite direction. Pudas is trying to turn around and get back into position by the net, and does not. He turns right into the French player. He stayed down for a bit. At least he got up on his own steam.
Yeah, no intent. No. Appears to be all right.
Incidental contact.
4 back from Sweden's roster last year. I had to update my notes because I had 5, because I expected William Nylander to
You were cheating.
either be in the lineup tonight or the next game. And that's not going to happen now. So my lineup has got a scribble on it.
It was going to happen. We had sort of confirmation, and then it wasn't going to happen. Stuff happens, and when it comes to the World Championships and players finishing off their year in the NHL. Zetterlund with a beautiful goal earlier on, and this is some of the coverage that France put themselves through. That was beautiful. That little move, and then getting it to Zetterlund in the slot area, and he just ripped that into the far corner. There wasn't a lot that Julian Juncker could do, in a lot of the goals, and plus, yeah, don't forget, he was a little rattled because 4 of them went off pipes. So it wasn't just the 4 that went in, it was the 4 that went by him, too.
Some room down the right side, and Papillon makes the save on the wrister, and it gets turned out at center ice. It was the defenseman Liljegren who joined the attack. Zetterlund, 2 in the game, looking for 3, and Papillon comes across. Zetterlund gets another chance. Liljegren sends it across for Sandin. Tried to play give and go with Zetterlund. Sandin trying to center it, deflected away. And Zetterlund will be first back on it. Sends it on for Liljegren. Liljegren had to get away from him. Fabre trying to find some room. France was changing, so not a lot of help. And now a lead pass for Berggren. And just offside at the line. The play a little slow in developing.
Yeah, it wasn't a great pass. That pass needed to be crisp and clean, and if it was, he would be in cold. Lindbergh just didn't get it to him the right way.
The hat-trick watch is on for Zetterlund.
He's getting himself open all right. Opens up, ready for the puck. He's off on a bad angle, tries to get it up as best he can. Good job by the new goaltender who, whatever he did, getting ready to come in, he did it right, because Papillon's played well, made some good saves early, gives his team some confidence.
Leo Carlsson plays this in behind his own net. Flipped up at center ice. And Raymond will send it deep. Taken off the boards into the corner. Gets jammed up there. Carlsson plays it loose. Comes around to the near side. Patrick Nemeth is in from the line. Gets it down for Berggren. Berggren for Lucas Raymond. Back for Berggren, trying to set up Carlsson. The two Detroit guys are trying to improve Carlsson's draft stock. This gets sent all the way down the ice, and it will be an icing call against France.
Yeah, Leo Carlsson is the top European prospect, according to Central Scouting and more. And the way this team is playing right now, he can get some assists and some points. That always looks nice on paper, but the scouts are looking at you and assessing who's going to go where in the upcoming draft this summer.
.14:22 left to go, second period. So Latvia up on Kazakhstan 3-0. The third goal. It was reviewed first to see whether it went across the line. And then after that, we can gather that Kazakhstan challenged. So they reviewed it again, and the goal stood.
Sounds like a questionable goal to me.
And now Kazakhstan is shorthanded because of the challenge. Anton Lindholm plays it for Tomernes. Try to get that down for Par Lindholm. Goalie gets bumped in behind the net. Gets a little bit of help there from his defense partner Bosch. And it's up at center. And Valier to the line, no further. Delayed offside, and Sweden will clear the zone. Get it out, and play continues. Fournier plays it back into his own zone. And the long pass is a misfire, but Valier is going to be first on it. That negates the icing. Gets it on for Fournier. Tomernes jammed it away from him. Leclerc is in from the line to hold it in. Or Cekic Valier is in from the line rather to hold it in. And grabbed off by Henrik Tomernes. Tomernes gets pressured. Slides it on for Anton Lindholm. Lindholm goes rink wide. And taken by Sorensen. Tried to get it to Delarose. And it's back out at center. Sorensen for Lindholm. He'll float one across for Rasmus Sandin. Sandin of the Washington Capitals. Back for Delarose. Tried to stuff it out the short side. Delarose on it again. Plays it at the line for Sandin. Sandin takes a bump from Rek, but he'll send it back down low. Lorca is on the puck. Lorca trying to play it out. Captain at Laurentian for a while for Vincent Lorca. Lindbergh trying to pull it out of the skates of Cekic Valley. Flipped it to the near side for Silverberg. Back to the line it comes, but the cross-ice pass from Putis ends up on the stick of Rasmus Sandin. Cleared up at center, deflected, rebound, scramble, and it cleared to the corner, and Everberg is after it. Everberg will play it back for Sandin. Walks in, and Papillon will make the save and hang on. 4-0 Sweden, all the scoring in the first period. 4-0 lead for Sweden in this one. Action resumes tomorrow with a couple of games, 4:20 local time, Germany and Hungary. And then at 8:20 local time, France back in action again tomorrow night. It's back-to-back for them. They will take on Team USA. Pass never did get to Everberg. Team USA continues to lead Group A. Every win has been a three-pointer for them. Beating Denmark earlier today 3-0. Seems like a long time ago.
Yeah. And France playing against Sweden here early on in the game, they were just standing way too much. Now they're starting to challenge a little bit better. They're going to have to do that again when they play the U.S. team too, because the U.S. team can really go. And once they get in the offensive zone, they are super active. So if you end up just standing around in your box formation or box and one or whatever your coach designates it as, but you're just standing, you're going to get smoked. And that's part of what's happened early on in this game here for Sweden, because they're on the move, and even when they shoot, they get the rebounds more.
Leo Carlson had thoughts of taking it to the net, but a good offensive drive there by Carlson. Plays it on for Lucas Raymond, down for Berggren. Berggren gets away from Ono, plays it back up top. Raymond and Berggren play give and go. In for Raymond, tried to pull it back to the front, did. And it never crossed the goal line, though. All the way back into the Sweden zone.
He almost pulled it off. His body was fully across the goal line. He's reaching back on his backhand, trying to pull off that nifty move. He darn near did it. Raymond's an extremely creative guy, and that line with Carlson and Berggren on his wings has been terrific.
Penalty to France. Bosch is going to go for slashing. And Sweden 2 for 2 on the power play. Will go back to the man advantage.
Yep, there's the slash, all right. You get caught standing still. If you get focused in one area and Sweden moves the puck around so well, there's the play I was talking about. See, by the time he tries to reach back, sorry, he was on the forehand with backhand forehand, but his body was already below the end goal line. He almost pulled it off.
Lorca had it for a split second in behind his own net. Rasmus Sandin is going to hold it in and settle it down. Power play for Finland. On for Zetterlund. Zetterlund has 2 in the game. The wrister from Lucas Raymond goes off a stick and up and out of play.
For the defenders of France, and that's why you take a penalty right there. You're trying to stand up, but you have to read the speed. And if the guy coming into your area has already got a ton of speed, you better get backpedaling, because you got to be able to match him there, or you're going to end up reaching and slashing. You're going to take a lot of penalties that way.
Face-off will be to the left of Papillon. As the power play continues for Sweden. Alexander Texier played 3 minutes and 37 seconds of the first period. We haven't seen a lot of him here. In fact, I'm not sure we've seen him at all here in the second period. Papillon will reach up and grab that and hang on to it.
Not much happening on that sequence of plays on the power play for Sweden. Not getting the box to move very much because they weren't moving. On this bigger ice surface, especially the guys on the flanks, I think they have to have some movement in their game, or they're just standing there with way too much distance to make a standing pass to somebody else who's probably standing too. Nothing good happens.
This is turned over, and Kevin Bozan will bring it back shorthanded, tees it up, wires it, and Johansson steers that up into the netting, and we'll get another stoppage in play.
And the power play's been sloppy. I mean, this is more than once now that they've given up a chance. And Bozan gets a chance to rip this one. I mean, that's a scoring chance. He's from the dot, or just inside the dot. He's got time and room. He's got a defenseman there that's screening his goaltender, and it had to be a decent save there.
Tim Bozon, the brother of Kevin Bozon, leads this team in average per game ice time at 21 minutes and 18 seconds. Bengtsson will send it in. Grundstrom lets it come back at the left side boards for Berggren. Down for Carlson, up for Tomernes, back for Carlson. Right side it goes. Bengtsson, slap shot, and that ticked off the stick of the netminder Papillon and wide. Tomernes will play it across for Bengtsson. For Grundstrom. Grundstrom shot right on. Papillon makes the save on that. Papillon listed at 5'10". He looks much bigger than 5'10" to me, but
he's tall enough. He's making the saves.
He is. Tomernes back into his own zone. 15 seconds left in the power play. And this will be offside should this puck go in. Grundstrom ties it up in front. It was allowed to continue, but the Sweden player inside the line when it was brought in my opinion, and I don't have a armband or a whistle. This gets lifted ahead, Valier. And it's a moot point now anyway. Played back to the point, Theory back for Valier, and he'll send it in. Lork goes after it, poked away. High in the air, grabbed by Tomernes. Deflected up at center ice. And now right back in. Adamo trying to bust his way through. Kept in at the line, turning and firing was Theory. Ends off the corner boards for Bertrand. Bertrand sends it across, and Theory will play it back in behind the net. And Henrik Tomernes will send it up. Berggren will deflect it.
Adamo's one of the forwards for France who will crash the net. He had a decent year this year. He was playing in Wheeling in the East Coast League, and he ended up with 21 goals, 33 points.
4-0 Sweden with the lead here in the second. Quick head count of the France bench. We do not think that Alexander Texier is on the bench. He's shaken up in the opening period. Baudin sends this up the middle. Reck will leave it there. And then Bozon will send it the rest of the way in. Tim Bozon, born in St. Louis. Spent some time in the Western Hockey League with Kamloops and Kootenay. A Montreal draft pick, spent 3 seasons in the minors, then came back to Europe to play. This is floated rink wide and never does get to Alexander Nylander, who has not had very much ice time in this game. Baudin lets the shot go, and that got turned away, and Jonathan Putis on for Dennis Everberg. Everberg off a stick and out. Cross ice pass that failed to materialize as Par Lindholm tried to play it to the near side looking for Nylander. Putis plays it on, taken by Patrick Nemeth. Plays it up at center to the blue line. De La Rose will try and settle it down, get some help there from Nylander, and now Papillon will play this up for Gallet. On to Clairot. Clairot with the C on his jersey in the absence of Sacha Trey. Sacha Trey now the all-time games played leader for France, but a little banged up and not in the lineup. But there is expectation that he will be back before this tournament is over. Delarose will carry this in. Puts it in front of the net looking for Silverberg. Sorensen couldn't handle it off the corner boards. And Vallier's pass. He was looking for Fabre, and that was an interception, and right back up the ice for Sweden. Sorensen drops it for Silverberg. I think Sam Hallam, the coach of Sweden, would like to see Silverberg find the back of the net and get some offense going.
Yeah, he's really been dry. He's gone through stretches where nothing really has been happening for him at all. He doesn't have any points yet.
Loose puck, save made, left pad as the original shot caromed, and it was Vallier with the chance, and now an odd man rush for Sweden. It comes to Sandin. Cross ice it goes, and the chance for Carlson didn't get through. To the blue line for Bengtsson, but it comes out. And he'll send it back for Berggren. And Berggren will send it back for Sandin. Sandin hits the line. Berggren for Carlson. Away from him, and a potential odd man rush for France, but the pass up for Guillaume Leclerc was too far, and it'll be an icing call.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get anything going here really at all. On the rush last time out, was shot right into the defenseman's feet. The rebound comes along, and it's sort of an accidental scoring opportunity for France. Not exactly the way you drew it up, and you take it any way you can get it, because they just haven't had the puck very much on the attack going through the neutral zone to get anything going inside Sweden's end.
Latvia's up 4-0 as Rodrigo Abels has another one. Lars Johansson, the netminder for Sweden, is looking very comfortable and very confident in goal for Sweden. Sent ahead for Reck. Tried the back pass. It came in to the slot area. Tomernes got a stick in front of that shot from Leclerc. Gallet goes cross ice. Then a shot that got blocked as Bosch tried to get it through. Boudon plays this in behind the Sweden net. And Tomernes, who has 3 assists in the game, will take control. Par Lindholm, who opened the scoring, plays this in behind the France net. And up for Bozan. Bozan will drop it back in for Bosch, and a save made. Johansson got enough of it.
Those moves are really hard to defend, that Bozan did. Come to the defenseman, spin around. If you can control the puck and make a drop pass like that, that's a beauty.
Bozan again trying to take that to the net, got stopped. Played around the boards by Theory. And Anton Lindholm trying to get a stick on it, and does. Lindholm will get the center ice no further. 1 assist for Lindholm so far in this tournament, and Liljegren will take it. Liljegren trying to play it up. Calder Cup for Liljegren 2018 with the Toronto Marlies. This gets banked off the boards out the center. Zetterlund plays it on for Dennis Everberg. Everberg takes it around the net. Everberg trying to get that back for Sandin at the left point. Got blocked by Clairot. Gets a second try. Does get that one back for Sandin. He'll send it for Liljegren. Back for Sandin. Into the slot it goes. Everberg trying to get a shot away. Finally managed to get it towards the net. Didn't get much on it, and when it went wide. And now under 2 to go here in the second period. A scoreless second period. And Liljegren will go back for it.
Sweden's lost a little bit of their pop that they had in the first period, and then they were firing pucks everywhere, and they had spaces to work in for sure. Give credit to the French, who have tightened things up inside their own zone. They were way too loose, particularly right in their own slot. in the first period.
17 minutes for Timothy Liljegren in his first game. This is game number 2. It'll be up a little bit more in this game. 1:18 left to go in the second. 4-0 Sweden on TSN. '23 IIHF World Championship in Tampere and in Riga. In the preliminary round starting to wind down. Comes to an end on Tuesday. Wednesday's an off day. Quarterfinals on Thursday. Jammed up in behind the French net into the final minute now of the second period. Tomernes plays it to the front, and Papillon will take that and hang on to it.
That one came off of Silverberg, and maybe that's the way one's going to finally go in for Silverberg. Let's go back to that play. There's Tim Bozon with that spin around play that I talked about that's so impossible to defend. It's actually legalized interference. Spins around, drops it for Bosk. Bosk covering up, following up on the play, he got an excellent scoring chance, but that was all because of Tim Bozon, a really slick play on the spin around.
Anthony Reck carries in, dishes it off. Clairot with a chance, and he ripped that one wide short side. Checkets Valley will hold it in for Leclerc, and Leclerc stripped of the puck on a good defensive play by Par Lindholm. Send up at center for Andre Peterson. He'll dump it in. Peterson goes after it. It's jammed up there with Checkets Valley. Sent around. Clairot giving chase on Par Lindholm. Lindholm will backhand this back in behind the France net. And Peterson in with an attempted check there on Ono. And Grundstrom is on it. Grundstrom's pass is intercepted by Reck. And Reck will take it back into his own zone. So no scoring in the second period. Sweden yet to surrender a goal in the second period in this World Championship.
The pace went down, but Sweden still had a lot of the possessions. France gets a couple looks here and there. They need a goal to go in to get some momentum going offensively, but it's going to be tough against these Swedes. Don't give up much.
After 40 minutes, the shots favoring Sweden 18-14. No scoring in the second. It remains 4-0 Sweden.
On tient les boys, hein? Okay, yeah, that's what we said. I'm engaged down here, but thanks for the reinforcement, baby. Woo! Right with you, right with you, right with you. Sorry. Woo! Up! No, 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 no. Good job, play. Ooh! Oh! 4, 3.
Lars Johansson has been perfect, 14 of 14 so far through 2 periods of play. And at the other end of the ice, Quentin Papillon came in at the start of the second period to replace Julian Junka and stopped all 11 that he faced in that second period. No Alexander Texier, he is done for the night. Became ill in the opening period. And just done for the evening.
Papillon's done a good job. You come in cold like that, you get tested a few times. Made a couple of really nice saves.
Here we go, blue, yellow.
Third period gets going. Bengtsson plays it back into his own end for Patrick Nemeth. Nemeth up the middle, deflected in by Grundstrom. Grundstrom to the backboards along with Boudin. Fabre trying to get a stick on it for France, and now it comes off the skate, and he'll start back up with a pass on the left side for Bozon. Bozon gets rubbed out by Bengtsson. Bozon stays on it, and now stolen by Lucas Raymond. And Raymond gets squeezed to the near side boards by Bosk. And back forward is Bozon. Up the middle trying to find the stick of Justin Adamo. And Anton Lindholm back for it, reverses for Tomernes. Tomernes spins, delays, and finds Berggren. Berggren will find Alexander Nylander, and Nylander will find the right pad of Papillon. Checkers Valley gives way to Berggren. Berggren takes a look, spins it back for Nylander. And diving across to try and keep it in was Berggren. But it's cleared out at center ice, and Tomernes is back for it. Tomernes on for Nylander. Nylander hits the line, so Nylander on this line in place of Lucas Raymond right now. Perhaps just trying to get Nylander some ice time.
Yeah, he wasn't playing much at all at the beginning of the game, so I assume that's what it's about.
Clairot plays it back for Greenon. On for Ono to center, no further. Right back in, odd man rush. In across, Lindbergh trying to get that across for Zetterlund, who has 2 in the game, and the pass was deflected. Fabre unable to clear. Near side for Liljegren. For Dennis Everberg. Everberg into the slot, trying to find Zetterlund. It's turned, and quick shot by Lindbergh. That never got through. Lindbergh on it again. Plays it down to the goal line. A little redirect there by Liljegren, and it went wide. Greenon gets inside position on Liljegren. It's played around the boards. Zetterlund's going to try and hold it in, can't. And Rasmus Sandin back for it.
That little play with Liljegren jumping up on the play, we saw him and Sandin doing that a ton when Liljegren just first joined the team. We haven't seen it as much in this game. They, quite frankly, haven't needed it as much either, because they're getting offense in other ways.
Sorensen pitches this one back for Pudas. Jonathan Pudas back for Patrick Nemeth. Redirected up for Sorensen, and Sorensen will send it in. Silverberg is after it. And grabbed off by Farmier, and he'll send this all the way down the ice. And this is going to be an icing called against France. Look at the work of Henrik Tomernes tonight.
Is he ever cool and calm under pressure? I mean, he makes beautiful passes coming out of his own zone. That is a beauty. What a move that is. We're talking about freezing the goalie. But he's really good at the misdirection. That's this last one right here. You see his body is facing one way, he passes back the other way. A lot of misdirection, but coming out of his own zone, he's so calm.
Pudas tees it up and wires it, and Goalie got in front of it. Valier couldn't catch up to it. Nemeth trying to get it back down low. Farnier, Loic Farnier into the lineup for France tonight. Peter Valier came in the previous game, number 13. And Goalie is on it. Hugo Goalie will bounce this to the Sweden line no further. Pudas couldn't handle it cleanly. And now taken by Lucas Raymond. And Raymond will send this in. And Par Lindholm, Raymond, they head to the bench on the change. And cleared back all the way down the ice. And this will be another icing call against France.
There has not been a lot of heavy hitting in this game as the game has gone on. There's been a few contacts along the wall, a little pushing and shoving, but there have been multiple situations where players are coming out of along the wall or around behind the net. They've got their head down and players just let them get away with it. So it hasn't been one of those types of games, which those are the ones that end up leading to more power plays for both sides.
Berggren controls off the face-off. Sends it for Nylander. Away from him. Carlson chases, or rather Lindholm chases it down. Plays it back into the corner for Berggren. This line back out there. Berggren with Carlson and Nylander. Shot from the line. That's turned aside by Papillon. Bosch is on it for France. Puts on the brakes to try and lose the checking of Leo Carlson. Bengtsson stepped up on the play, couldn't intercept the pass, and Baudin brings it back for Bozon. He overskated it, and now back for Berggren. Berggren for Nylander. Nylander had that go off his skates and right back up the ice now for France. And across it goes. Lorco had it go off his stick. Nylander for Lindberg. And Lindberg will just take this back into his own zone, gives way to Fabre. And then Johansson's not going to take any chances. He'll smother this, and we'll get a face-off in Sweden's zone.
Sweden with lots of movement in the offensive zone. There's that shot from the point that ends up getting redirected off the feet of Nylander. France again, though, just in this last shift, almost stole the puck again on their forecheck. They've been sneaky good about that, and when Sweden gets careless going back into their own zone, somebody jumps them, and next thing you know, it's a turnover, and they're in trouble, and they're scrambling to get back.
Nice lead pass for Zetterlund. He leaves it for Everberg. Thomas Theory takes this behind his own net and starts up and misses the intended receiver with the pass, Bertrand, and another icing call against France.
Well, if you're the Swedish coach, Sam Hallam, you're going, okay, we're up 4-0. Yeah, we've been a little leaky and we've had some turnovers and we haven't had great coverage at times, but the way they've moved the puck and the way they scored goals and the way they got the early lead and the shots off the crossbars and the goalposts and everything, this is one of these, like, okay, just don't let it get too far out of hand as far as, you know, your concentration level. You take the win and you move on. You can't really, you know, climb up the back of your players for making some mistakes in a game like this. It just kind of takes on a personality all its own.
No medals in the last 3 World Championships for Sweden. We'd like to rectify that stat. at this World Championship and off to a very good start, sitting at 4-0. And 14 minutes away from going to 5-0. We mentioned this before, the final game of the preliminary round, Sweden and USA. It's in the afternoon on the Tuesday. It may be a battle for first place. Sweden, another face-off win, and Pudas will play it back for Anton Lindholm. Lindholm sends it back for Pudas, and Pudas will put it off the backboards and in behind the France net. And back up at center for Bozon. Kevin Bozon lets it go, misses the far side, and this is all the way around the boards, and Papillon's going to come out, play it away, or try to play it away from Lucas Raymond. Raymond out there with Par Lindholm and Carl Grundstrom right now for Sweden. So Sam Hallam has moved some people around.
There's a look at the penalty. It'll be a slashing call.
Sweden, number 91, 2 minutes for slashing.
Taking out his frustrations as he's back checking. That's one way to catch up to your man, but France would like to get on the board, get their power play going, give themselves some satisfaction about getting something going offensively here.
Second power play of the game for France. And Florian Chukic-Valley comes back out. We haven't seen much of him in this game.
He's been one of their more dynamic players, game in and game out. He makes stuff happen, but yeah, they cut his ice time back.
Papillon down, and it's right through the crease. France back in action tomorrow against Team USA. There's a chance for Jacob Delarose shorthanded. France having all sorts of trouble in its own end. Tim Bozon, his cross ice pass right onto the stick of Dennis Everberg, and back down the ice it goes.
That was just a mess inside their own zone. They gave up 3 scoring chances there, and they're the ones on the power play.
Bozon will send this in, and this is onto the stick of Lindholm, and he'll lift it all the way down the ice. 1 minute now left in the power play. Hugo Goalie back for France. Goalie 6'4", Krinon 6'5", Lorca 6'4". Some size on the defense core of France. Goalie got it down for Fabre, poked off his stick. Par Lindholm will just float this towards the net, taken by Goalie. On for Bertrand. He'll dish it off for Boudin. He'll leave for Leclerc. And Boudin waiting for it on the far side, never got to him, and then it got picked off and cleared, and right back up the ice for Silverberg. For Par Lindholm. Rebound, got his own try after the pass across got blocked. And Papillon, good save on the short side.
Oh, was it ever, because he was ready to push across. That was a 2-on-1 from in close, and nice job by Lindholm there. He tries to make the right play. He's on his backhand. It comes right back to him. So, yeah, okay, I'll shoot the puck. Watch the goaltender's movements here. He's nice and calm, even though everything's going to heck for him. That one he didn't touch. He didn't need to. He was fortunate that that one sailed over the net a little bit, end over ender.
Grabbed off by Bozan, and it ends up in behind the net for Peter Valier. Valier sends it on for Farnier. Farnier will play it back and then get it back. Out of the penalty box is Grundstrom. So Sweden 12 for 12 in the penalty kill. The only team in the World Championship to not allow power play goal against. Greenon trying to work it back in behind his own net. Getting taken down there was Ono. Play goes on. And across for Farnier. He'll leave it there for Bozan. Kevin Bozan tried to get that deep. And it ends up on the stick of Liljegren, and he'll lift it up at center. On it goes for Berggren. Berggren dropped it back. Bengtsson plays it for Peterson. Peterson back for Berggren. Berggren protects it on the far side boards, gets pressured at the line, and Bosch will get it out at center ice. And he'll work it to the Sweden line and whip it around the boards. Goes all the way around for Lindberg. And Zetterlund come up with it in front of the France bench. Zetterlund trying to drive that deep. And intercepted and taken by Tim Bozan. He'll leave it there. Carried across for Clareau. And now onto the stick of Rasmus Sandin, trying to jam this ahead. Kept inside the line. Put back down low by Bozan. Into the back half now of the third period. And taken by Lindberg. Oscar Lindberg, 3 goals in this tournament for him. He'll play it inside the France line, and Chakajveli will take control. The long pass, Sweden on the change, off the bench, stealing it is Lucas Raymond. Raymond trying to go to the outside. He'll send it back for Pudas. Pudas a misfire. And that allows Justin Adamo to clear it to center, and this will get lifted in. Pudas plays it ahead for Grundstrom. Back into his own zone it goes. And then Lindholm with the long pass up at center ice. After it there is Raymond. Bounces around. And grabbed off by Par Lindholm. Lindholm trying to get around Gallet. Does. Played it for Lucas Raymond. Raymond turned, took a chop at it. Ends up in the near corner for Grundstrom. And Grundstrom gets rubbed out. Guillaume Leclerc will send this into the Sweden end of the ice. On for Sorensen. Plays it back into his own zone. Long pass up for Silverberg. Sends it rink wide. No room up the right side. So Bengtsson will take it back into his own end. Plays give and go with Sorensen. And then this will get lifted in by Patrick Nemeth. To the blue line for Liljegren. Liljegren walks it in, looking high short side, and Papillon got enough of it. Bounces in the corner. Taken by Silverberg. All the scoring in this game in the opening period. Back it goes for Liljegren. Liljegren swings it around the boards. In behind Papillon. And then finally onto the stick of Baudin. Puts it off the glass and out the center.
I keep thinking of that line. If you can't score, nobody fears you. And Sweden doesn't fear France, right? Because they can't score. So it leads to the game that we're seeing here. Sweden's playing pretty fast and loose. They make some mistakes because of it, but their puck possession game is just sort of a practice situation because they don't have any fear that France is going to really come back at them. The only time that France is opportunistic is when Sweden sort of busts the play up themselves, and then they have to come scrambling back. But they're still creating at the net, and they've had lots of looks at the net, most of it early in the game, as you said, the 4 goals and the other 4 posts that they hit. So the scorebook could read a lot worse. And then Papillon came in and the goaltender changed, and he's done a really nice job.
That's the positive for France in this game, is that Quentin Papillon has come in and played very well. Berggren had to get away from him. Czechich Valley will start right back up for France. 7 left to go here in the third period. Taking it wide as Bozon goes outside inside. Puck got away from him. Rasmus Sandin gets spilled in the corner. Justin Adamo trying to rough up Sandin a little bit. Berggren throws it to the middle of the ice, deflected by Peterson, and on for Leo Carlson, and he went high short side and missed the net. Comes back out at center. Bozon couldn't get anywhere. Almost an odd man rush for Sweden, but that failed to materialize, and Fabre will bring it back for Clairot. Off the stick, and there forward is Carlson. For Everberg. Up for Peterson. Peterson couldn't get anywhere. Back in for Leclerc, and that shot never got through. Taken and sent on. And that's center for Peterson. Crosses the red line, sends it in. Chopped up off the boards by Anthony Recken all the way back to the Sweden line.
It's such a keep-away game now for Sweden. They're just working their way through, practicing their ways to break in, to regroup, get shots to the net, then get back in, position defensively, and France just can't make 2 or 3 passes in a row to get anything going.
Another icing call.
There's another look at that last chance. Good save by Papillon. His upper body stays very erect as he goes down, and then that one, that just plain cleared right over the crossbar. He didn't have to touch that one.
31 or 25 years of age, so the youngest of the ones was Junka, and Quentin Papillon 26. 21-22 season. He played in Norway and will play in Bordeaux in the French League next year. Taken in the corner by Grundstrom. He'll leave it at the line. Nemeth with the long floater, and Papillon will glove that and hang on to it. 4-0 Sweden. All the scoring in the opening period. .15 left to go in this one, as Sweden trying to nail it down to go to 5-0 and keep pace with Team USA in Group A. There's a shot by Lucas Raymond, and Papillon got a piece of that.
That was a heck of a save, because Raymond, right off the face-off, he just feinted his way right into the slot there, and he took a beat and looked up at the ceiling afterwards. I think he was surprised the goaltender made that save. It looked like he got the shot away that he wanted. High blocker.
Thomas Theory stripped of the puck by Lucas Raymond. Raymond will send it for Par Lindholm. But it's blocked and cleared to the line, but again, not cleared out, as Bertrand had the chance to get it out of his own end of the ice. Bertrand will chase, or rather Valier will chase on the far side, gets it all the way back down the ice, and now grabbed off and sent ahead for Carl Grundstrom. Grundstrom trying to take it to the outside.
Well, that was a blatant trip in the corner.
The referees perhaps just letting this thing get ended. Off the backboards. Boudon trying to tie things up. Taken out at center ice. And Bertrand will play it the rest of the way in. Up at center ice. Bounces around at the line. Does get cleared in by Zetterlund. Zetterlund has 2 in this game and may get some ice time here at the end to see if he can get 3. Everberg will carry it in. Everberg takes it around the net, drops it back for Liljegren, and Liljegren's shot. That got blocked and never got to the net. Tim Bozon blocked it. Another shot in front, score! Zetterlund gets the hat trick. Papillon made the first save and looked like Zetterlund batted it in, and it's 5-0.
Yeah, I think this might have gone in off his body, but again, the puck possession of Sweden inside the zone just wearing France out. And boy, there are a lot of bodies in blue jerseys just doubled over here. And the fact that it went in the back of the net again, right down near the goal, goes off his leg. They're going to confer here, is this a distinct kicking motion? Ooh. And you know what it is? That is. That shouldn't count. Yeah. I don't think this is going to count. That is a distinct kicking motion if I've seen one.
Agreed.
I knew it went off his body somehow, but it was difficult to tell from up here what exactly happened. I think as soon as they see this, it shouldn't take much time. He knows, yeah, I kicked it. See that shrug of the shoulders there? Yeah, I kicked it. Still, terrific game for him. That line's been really good. Have another look, left side of the screen. Yeah.
The call on the ice was no goal, so there certainly isn't enough evidence to overturn that call.
Boy, he kicked it really well. That was a nice touch.
Right over top the left shoulder of Papillon.
That's like that soccer game that we walk through every day. Yes. You come in here, right? The boys are playing soccer all the time. You keep the volleyball up in the air all the time, and that's what it looked like.
After video review, goal on the ice stands. We have no goal.
So the call on the ice stands as we expected, no goal. Face-off will come outside the line.
That was good reaction. It is. It's pure reaction when you get to the front of the net. You get in the scoring situation. Whatever body part you can get on it. And that one was unusual, but not legal.
Would have been the first hat trick of the tournament. To the corner it goes. Sorensen being chased there by Ono, and it comes up and cleared out through center ice. Anthony Reck to the near side, trying to handle it. Can't. It's all the way back into the Sweden end. Tomarnis is after it. Tomarnis getting chased in the corner, but sends it ahead, and Putis will carry in, takes the return pass, trying to get it down low. And Sorensen couldn't handle it cleanly. Taken by Silverberg. Silverberg trying to work it free. And now Claureau back for France. Plays it on for Fabre. Fabre and Bertrand had a 2-0 earlier in this game, and an absolutely terrific stop by the netminder Johansson. Played in behind the net, intercepted, Papillon down. And a great chance there for Lindberg, and Papillon got a piece of it. Lindberg comes across, and good solid jolt there on Kevin Bozon. At the line, kept in briefly by Ono, and now slipped down the ice, and this will be an icing call against Sweden.
So a shutout for the Swedish goaltender for 3 periods so far, just short of it, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. And for Papillon, shutout for 2 periods. Yeah, they both been good. They both made really good saves. I think we're going to see more of Papillon the way he's moved in the net.
Ylonen, who's carried the majority of the load for France and is their number one, not in the lineup tonight. Liljegren for Zetterlund. He'll pitch it on for Everberg. Everberg sends it rink wide. Rasmus Sandin. Sandin will play it back for Lindberg. Lindberg gets this down to the goal line for Sandin. Back up top. Under 2 to go now. There's a shot from Berggren. And Papillon again at the top of the crease. Makes a good save.
Yeah, he's tracking the puck well, and he is active. His depth is really good. When he has to be back against the post, he's there. When he has to come out and to the edge of the paint, he's there. That was another one. He makes it look easy.
6-0 for Latvia over Kazakhstan. Germany and Hungary will start things off tomorrow at 4:20 local. And then USA and France. So France right back at it again tomorrow night. This gets sent in. Chasing it down is Dylan Fabre. Leaves it for Bozon. Bozon up top, looking for some open ice. Takes it to the net, puts on the brakes behind the net. Chips it back at the blue line for Hugo Gallet. Gallet the shot, blocked in front of the net. Scramble, and Bozon took a whack at it. And now a penalty is coming to Sweden.
The goaltender. Bozan was dipping and diving all over the place here, and when he went back to the front of the net, and then when the puck went off the end wall, he went to take a step, and Johansson took his feet out from underneath him. Johansson, with the biggest save of the game for him, was this one. That's the 2-on-0 you referred to, Dennis, and it was a beauty. On 2-on-0s, the onus on the puck carrier is always, I got to get the puck over to my teammate there, and when you do, it has to be a slam dunk, and Johansson took that slam dunk away. Nice save there.
Boudon plays it back at the line for Gallet. For Bertrand. Back for Gallet. Gallet will go across ice. Backdoor play intercepted in front. Jacob Delarose will clear it. Bengtsson will get it on for Sorensen. Sorensen for Delarose. Delarose will slow it down and just send it down the ice. Sweden came into the game a perfect 10 for 10 on the penalty kill. They're now 12 for 12 and trying to make it 13 for 13. Gallet, he'll play it around the boards. Back to the line it comes, a little redirection. And Per Lindholm will send this up at center. In across for Silverberg, save made by Papillon. And Boudon. Maybe time for one last rush on the power play. Leclerc tries to get it to the behind the net. His teammate went for a spill. And a second shutout of this World Championship for Lars Johansson.
The goals for and goals against for Sweden now in this World Championships, 19-2. That pretty much tells you how Sweden has played.
4-0 your final. All the goals coming in the opening period as Sweden will remain perfect at 5-0. Good night from Tampere.
Shots on goal in the third period. Team Sweden 11, Team France 1. Laukaukset maalikohti kolmannessa erässä. Ruotsi 11, Ranska 1. Shots on goal in the Pregame. Team Sweden 29, Team France 15. Laukausmaalikohti koko ottelussa. Ruotsi 29, Ranska 15. best players of both teams will be awarded by Raiffeisen Bank International, official sponsor of the 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Tournament. Vuoden 2023 IIHF jääkiekon MM-kisojen yhteistyökumppani Raiffeisen Bank International valitsee kummankin joukkueen parhaan pelaajan. Prize for Team Sweden is presented by Ruotsin palkinnon jakaa Hospitality Manager of the 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship IIHF 2023 jääkiekon MM-kisojen Hospitality-päällikkö Heidi Åkerlund. Prize for Team France is presented by Ranskan palkinnon jakaa Raiffeisen Bank International Representative Raiffeisen Bank Internationalin edustaja Walter Thomas Nagel. Best player of Team France, Ranskan paras pelaaja, 78-78, Dylan Faber. Best player of Team Sweden, Ruotsin paras pelaaja, number 31, Lars Johansson. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of winning team Sweden. Hyvät naiset herrat, jos pystytte pyydämme nousemaan ylös kuulumaan voittajajoukkueen Ruotsin kansallishymni. In Riga, the score between Team Kazakhstan and Team Latvia is 0-7 in third period. Riikassa tilanne ottelussa Kazakhstan-Latvia on 0-7 kolmannessa erässä. The 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Tournament will continue tomorrow here in the Nokia Arena at 4 p.m. with the game Team Germany against Team Hungary. Welcome! Vuoden 2023 IIHF-jääkiekon kisat jatkuvat täällä Nokia Arenalla huomenna kello 16.20 ottelulla Saksa-Unkari. Tervetuloa!
In a 4-0 hole after the first period, what was the biggest challenge Sweden presented tonight?
I think we were just not ready to play one of the top teams in our group, and we were struggling with the speed, and even in D zone we let them too many stick on the ice, and they were just looking for those tips, and I think we really struggled there.
A couple of notable absences for your team, playing without Sasha Trey, also Alex Texier having to leave the game due to illness. How much is their presence missed?
Of course, they're key players for us. So, like we're a small team, and every time we miss, no matter who it is, like one guy, we need to battle double. So, of course, Alex is one of our top forwards in the team. So, it was a huge loss for us.
You're right back at it against USA tomorrow night. What's the plan for the next 24 hours?
On va juste récupérer et puis on va se tenir prêt pour affronter une bonne équipe des États-Unis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Two goals for you tonight, and Sweden opening with the dominant 4 goals in that first period. How did that allow your team to play a little more free this evening?
Yeah, I mean, it always helps, you know, and finally I score too on this level. So yeah, I mean, we're just happy to win this game.
Lars Johansson named player of the game, and Sweden's goaltenders have only allowed 2 goals at the tournament so far. How are they helping your team just have a confidence to their game right now?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the best players, the goalie in the tournament, you know, and he's carrying this team today, and he's going to do it the whole tournament. And yeah, I mean, we're just going to build from there.
Sweden right now with a perfect start to the tournament. What do you think your team is capable of at this tournament?
Ja, jag menar vi spelar enkelt. Vi har en gameplan vi försöker hålla oss till och bara spela enkelt och med ett lugn så kommer det här gå bra.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
The 2023 IIHF app. Featuring all statistics on your favorite players, your favorite teams, and real-time game updates at your fingertips. Find the show universe in the IIHF app. Explore the action and